guys, welcome to Table Talk, the show where we talk at a table all about topics that you guys submit using the hashtag Table Talk and going to Reddit and doing all that stuff. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Bree Esserig.
I'm Maud Garrett.
Hey, Maud Garrett and Bree Esserig, how are you? Guys, before we get started, I want to say that this episode is brought to you by Domain.com, the fine folks over at Domain.com. It's a place to go when you have an idea for a website or something, or if you want to make a website about coffee table books or dogs or sandwich.
I actually started my first blog because I wanted to talk about video games and none of my friends would listen to me. So I had to start my own
That's
website.
pretty cool. You can even start a video game website if you want to. And you don't have to use .com or .net at the end of your extensions. You can use like .wizard or Ninja or Expert or something like that. Actually,
.mermaid?
Wizard or Mermaid may not be on the list, but I know there is a big list of names that you can or words you can use. So you can go check that out at Domain.com. And if you guys use the code TALK in the coupon box area, you can get 15% off your purchase on the Domain stuff for all your good stuffs. So check it out. It's cool. Thanks to them, we get to make stuff for you guys, and that's fun, isn't it? All right, let's move on. All right, ladies first. Maud, would you like to pick a topic?
Let's dig in nice and deep.
Depeche Mode?
Highway, yeah, all right, we've got one from Fifth Banff.
Uh-oh.
That's an acronym for something that I cannot get my head around.
Fifth Banff.
For your first banjo and muffler, feel free.
Yeah,
I like that.
obviously.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Very nice.
Asking
Feel free.
us to never, ever finish that. Trail. Did your parents ever give you the talk? When and how?
No.
They
What?
never gave you
No,
the
they
talk.
didn't. They told me how to be safe. Well, you know what? They told me to be safe with like drugs and watch out for strangers and don't take candy from people. But I have a theory that I didn't get the sex talk because I didn't look like the kind of person that would be having sex.
Aww.
I have a
Well,
theory.
they were right.
Even to this day.
Steve's
this
still
day.
Even
about
to
it.
this day, I have not had sex. I'd like to know what that's like.
I'll tell you what it's like, Steve. It's like gazoo.
It's like sucking iced tea.
It's like
It's refreshingly
you
satisfying.
know, that's
I mean, I do that a lot, so I guess I have
you've had sex.
before. I don't know. Maybe they were just too embarrassed or something.
So you never
or maybe
got
they
sex
did and I
talk.
blocked it out. I still remember.
Do you remember the first time you knew what sex was?
No, I can't really recall like a time or a specific incident, but I do remember.
exactly where I was sitting, what classroom I was in, and who told me.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
it was in a
why?
classroom?
This is the first, you know,
Why
like,
do you remember so well?
so it's like your parents can only kind of filter what you learn about until you hit school. And when that happens, it's all the conglomerates. It's what everyone knows pulled together. And usually if someone's got an older brother or sister, they'll pass down that information. And you have like a gold mine. You are able to deliver something that no one knows about. And if it's
Sure.
something so big like you put your pee-pee in her lady bits, yeah.
and
then
if
you're
the
like,
JBs.
whoa, what? And I was 7 when I figured it, like when someone told me what sex was, and I was like, this can't be true. This cannot be true. They're like, yeah, that's how babies are made.
Is that how old we are in the States when we learn that stuff?
I mean,
Like in school?
You're very, very young. When
Babies
you
come
ask
out of
so many
women's-
questions. You ask like, if your parents are honest because they love you, then you're like, Mommy, why do I have this and why does he have that? And then they tell you, even if you're 2. But then it's like, why are you even talking?
My mum did the best job describing what that, because I knew I was loaded with this information. I was like, PP in the VV. I was like, whoa, and that's how babies are made. So I was
What's
like,
the VV?
you know,
The butthole or?
vagina.
Wow, you really didn't get a sense of
We really need to talk.
Okay, we'll talk.
So I was like, Mum, where do babies come from? And she's like, well, sit down. And I was like, oh, God. No.
There's a dick and a pussy, and when you stick it,
She
the
did
dick
this
gets hard.
whole thing about...
Yeah, my mom was like, there's a really hard tight pussy. And that's just so tight.
That's why, see, if I was a kid, or if I was an adult who had a kid, my own son or daughter or something, I would be so fucked up about teaching them about sex.
Why?
I'd be like, the vagina is what boys have. And
Wait a second. No, that's...
And it is the things that hang from a tiny bag around the esophagus.
Oh.
And the tiny bag contains 2 men that live inside there that kick around a soccer ball and make sperm.
And by
Like,
this
I would
stage,
just-
your
I would-
child's gotten up and they've just...
That way that kid will go to school the next day and go like, there's a soccer ball in there.
See, I would do something even better. If I had a son, I would be like, okay, so if you're not gay, this is how sex works. So when
What's
there's
gay?
what's
Oh,
gay?
here we
So
go.
there's a woman, and inside of her is a little teeny tiny wizard. And what you have to do is you have to try to get up as deep as you can, and it's called the G spot. And when you hit the wizard,
You tickle the wizard.
You tickle the wizard, and he makes all her dreams come true.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like that. You tickle the wizard.
Tickle the wizard.
Wizard loves to laugh. He's super ticklish too.
Loves to laugh.
Yeah, and you'll notice because it'll just be what Niagara Falls down there.
Yeah, it'll be like Noah.
It will be like Noah, and you've got to plug it up
So
with a.
what my mum actually said was, Dad, your father has a seed, and the seed needs to be planted into my egg. And when the seed gets planted, it's like a tree. It grows, but it grows into a baby.
Wow, that's a terrifying concept to a child.
Yeah.
Because then you look outside
a
and you're like,
virgin for a
are
very
all
long
these trees babies that were never born? Like,
Seed.
That's
An
like
egg.
that episode of the Rugrats where Angelica tells Chucky that if he eats a watermelon seed,
yeah,
watermelons
it'll
will
grow.
grow inside of him. And that was
Yeah.
such a terrifying episode. Inside the stomach.
I was just going to say that that's an old wives' tale, but where do you think the term old wives' tale comes from, and why is it a wives' tale? And why old?
Women are wise. Women are smart.
But
I don't think
wives'
it's
tales are
wives'
supposed to be...
tale. I think it's wife, like a wife.
Yeah, and
tale,
also
wives' tale.
calling...
Yeah, women are smart.
Yeah, but an old wives' tale is something that's incorrect. So if you're smart,
here
you're
we
saying
go.
something incorrect.
Old Nan in Game
I
of
think
Thrones, she was freaking switched on, man.
Old wives' tale is sort
Am I
of
right?
like a gossip that's passed around from person to
But
person.
why old wives' tale? Because they say wives gossip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right,
What
here I
happened
go.
to urban legends?
Urban legends?
Yeah.
I think those are gone.
I think that was a terrible movie with Tara Reid.
Pretty sure Paul Walker was in that too.
Oh.
Jax Daniels from the Reddits asks, which would you rather fist fight to the death? A mad chimpanzee or a revengeful, I don't know if that's, professional MMA fighter?
I would not want to do that.
Oh God, I don't want to hurt a living creature.
But let's just say,
If it was gonna kill me.
let's just say it's a mad chimpanzee that's been like murdering babies and dogs, and
Well, good.
it's time for that chimpanzee to have its comeuppance.
What if you woke up and this chimpanzee was choking you?
Let's say this chimpanzee.
It was the Dick from Planet of the Apes. The
Yeah.
Dick one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
Then-
not Caesar.
Oh, I see. Yeah. The one that was evil.
Yeah.
The
The
evil one.
The one
Yeah.
that was basically Scar.
Koba. Koba.
Ding, ding,
Koba.
ding. 10
Yeah.
points for Matt.
The evil
Then
one.
yes, I would punch Koba in the gut.
So
You
you
have
would,
to kill
but
it.
would you rather fist fight a chimpanzee to death or a revengeful professional MMA fighter?
I don't think I would ever be
I
able
would
to kill
die.
an MMA fighter.
Both of them would kill me first.
Yeah, because chimpanzees are pretty strong. You've heard stories, right?
they rip your face
They
off.
rip your face off and your scrotum. They've been known to rip. They have ripped a man's scrotum clean off.
Ah. But
And then
how do you rip
nose.
someone's face off? What do you
You grab
even
it by
start?
the nose and then it just
No.
rips the whole skin
No.
off. Oh yeah,
Is that how you'd rip someone's face
that's
off?
how a chimpanzee has done it.
Is this factual?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Want to pull up some pictures?
No, I believe you. And I know.
And
No,
Maud's
no, 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 no,
curious.
no, 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 no. I don't
Google
like this game.
how
See,
do
this is
you
my
rip
least,
someone's face off?
This is my least favorite part of SourceFed is when somebody says something disgusting, somebody else has to look it up and show everybody as proof.
That's like
and
having
I
this
hate
information
that.
when you're a kid. It's the same thing. You just want to tell everyone about it. Be
You
on my
tell
level.
people, and then you guys are just like, oh, but you don't actually have it physically in front of you.
Here's a confession that I haven't really
Ooh,
told
okay.
anyone.
You know what? I don't even.
Best place to
yeah,
interrupt
I think
me.
I just
Yeah.
saved.
I've never told anyone. No, go on. What?
No, I think I just saved you a lot of turmoil. I don't
Oh,
wanna look
really?
at
It's that
again.
bad?
Yeah, I didn't know it was
Thank
that
you.
bad.
Was it the nose first or?
What was your confession, Maud?
I think. Oh! Sorry. Was
So
that
close, but not
That's
the
not
last.
counted?
Very close though.
Whew.
Is that the sound you make
when someone's very close? Yes. I
I was gonna say when you wake up in the morning.
Oh.
nice and early. Yeah, I'm a morning person.
Oh,
No, I mean
oh, it's a new day.
like a Disney character.
Yeah, I sing when I brush my hair, and then the little birdies fly down.
What's your confession?
So I always thought, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, well, I really wanted to rip my face off and reveal my true identity underneath, which is I would be a lizard.
Wait, you're a reptilian?
Reptilian.
Yeah. And I would always just like, if someone was like bullying me or making fun of me, I'd just be like, oh, I just wish I could do it now. And be like, but then I realized it's because I watched the movie Mortal Kombat.
Oh, and Scorpion.
That's all it was.
Or Reptile.
Are you sure?
Reptile. Yeah. Yeah. The one that was the lizard was Scorpion, not Reptile.
Get over here, Scorpion, Sub-Zero.
Do you remember the Mortal Kombat movie, like, well?
Yes.
Yo, Reptile looked like absolute shit.
He could go
That was the
invisible,
most
though.
stupid garbage CGI I've ever
like
seen.
all
I mean, it was
Predator?
for the time, I guess it was.
But they have like a budget of $30,000.
And it all went towards leotards and not the lizard, not the
I
reptile.
thought it was Goro.
Oh yeah, Goro was a big practical puppet.
I'm not a lizard.
I don't trust.
Goro was a puppet, but yeah, are you a reptilian or not?
No.
Well,
I don't even
you
have like an
decide for
affinity.
yourselves,
I don't even
audience.
have like an affinity with reptiles
All right,
or
who's
amphibians.
next? Let's pull a topic in there, huh?
Okay.
You don't like reptiles?
No. No, or anything
No.
amphibious.
What about frogs?
No.
Frogs are reptiles or those
No,
amphibians?
they're horrible.
Frogs are amphibians.
No.
They're
yeah.
amphibians.
Yeah.
But they're too much like toads, and
I'm
I
the
hate toads so much.
Caribbean amphibian.
All right, Kaylee Schmidt at Schmitty Lee. What would be?
That's a Schmitty joke.
Thank you. I like that.
What would be the hardest? What would be the hardest food to give up for a whole year? I tried to give up dessert/candy and only lasted 4 months.
I can't give up bread. I'm
Cheese.
like real. I can't.
Cheese.
Like what kind of bread?
Any bread.
Like the bread at Cheesecake Factory? The one that they bring to you
What
and
about
it's
those
like the
biscuits
brown
at
bread.
Wood Ranch? The Wood Ranch bread.
Them rolls though.
Dem rolls dough.
Dough.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster. Ugh.
I couldn't give up pizza probably. Pizza.
Can we just
Pizza.
like really admire this person whose name is Schmitty? Schmidt, yeah. Schmidt's legit. 4 months, no candy. That's pretty good.
That is pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's all right. It's
That's
good.
a third of a year.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
You actually notice, like, they'll say that you can break a habit in 3 months. So for 90 days, if you quit something or take something out of your diet or just change it up, by 90 days, you don't even crave it anymore.
That's
So if
interesting.
you really wanted to quit sugar, like 4 months, actually, Schmidt, you should.
Can't they just put us into like cryogenic sleep for 3 months, and just to like not have to like be alive for it?
Can they put us into cryogenic sleep forever?
forever?
We wouldn't have to be alive for it? Right? All right, next question, right? Am I right?
Maud, what do you got?
Is it your turn?
No, it's you.
the chimpo. I've got one here from Riley. Wow. In my opinion, what's IMA? What are these acronyms?
IMO?
No, I thought that was, but it was an A.
IMA.
Oh,
You're the acronym expert.
Is it IAMA? No.
It's in my ass.
Oh. Okay.
Wow,
That's
Kima.
what IMA.
Riley,
That
wow,
is-
Kima.
It's factual. That is.
No
fact.
idea.
Riley, wow, okay, in my A. What do you think your younger self would say to you if you showered? Oh my God, I can't read. Oh my God, my mind went to, I was like.
What happened, Maud? Explain
I
to
thought
us.
it was like, what would you say to your younger self if you showered together? And I was like, that can't be right.
See, I would not want that to happen. I would be really,
Shower with your younger self?
I
That's
would-
terrifying.
I would never want to do that ever.
I'd be like, hey kid, pass the soap. And I'd be like, who is this bearded man?
This is what hair looks like.
Yeah,
You know,
this is gonna be you.
Yes,
Ah.
I think younger, you would be like, oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like, not until the initial terrified idea of a grown-ass man with a beard in the shower.
Younger me would be like, yeah. But older me is like, nah.
Yeah, older me would be like, you get him one day. Just, it's gonna take a while.
You get him one day.
It's gonna take a while, but when you hit an age, baps. All right, what it really said was, and I struggle to read because I'm a speed reader, so
Sure.
my mind goes too fast and fills in words.
Okay.
Like for 4 books, I thought it was Hermione. That's fine. What do you think your younger self would say to you if you showed him/her what you do for a living
sorry.
now?
Hermione? Like Kraft Hermione and cheese? Is that what was happening? Wow, Maud. All right.
What do you get?
I
It's
missed
okay.
that entire question because I was like laughing.
I
too
could
much.
not get over that.
No,
yeah.
like Hermione.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Wait, you just got that? That's what she meant?
Actually, no, I can't be alone because in that book she had to phonetically spell her name out to Victor Crumb, whatever. I don't care anymore because it's weird read.
No, it's Crunch.
Crumb.
You've been saying it wrong the
Can we
whole
talk
time.
about the fact that you...
What?
Am I allowed to say it?
No, you can say it. What?
You don't like Harry Potter? You've never read Harry Potter?
We've talked about this. I've
Okay.
talked about this. Acid.
See, that doesn't even scare me anymore.
So
Yeah.
we've
You
talked.
scare me.
So hold on, we've talked about this before. I have only seen 2 of the movies, and I've not.
You are
read
no
the
friend of
books.
mine,
Yeah.
Steve.
I'm sorry. I'm a Lord of the Rings guy. Straight up.
Sarah,
Look at me
go.
both.
I know, but I don't know. I grew up like kind of. Like annoying people in my life were really into the books, and they like annoyed me so much about it that
I get
it
that.
turned me away from it.
I was one of those people. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, Maud, what is it? It's not about showering.
No, and Harry Potter is great. You
No,
better
I'm sure it is. And as an
better
adult,
watch it.
now
Read
I
it.
kind of regret not reading it, and I have no time now.
What
so.
do you think your younger self would say to you if you showed him or her what you do for a living? I'd
Oh.
actually really appreciate it because I never knew what I wanted to do until I left high school, and I wonder how different my life would be if I knew that I was capable of doing what I can do now.
You know what? I feel like
Deep.
I feel like I would be really excited about it, but I feel like I would find a way to ruin it somehow.
Yeah.
Self-sabotage?
You know, because I'd be like, oh my god, that's where I end up? I get to fuck around now. I
Yes.
mean, not like I didn't fuck around a lot already, but if I fucked around even more than I already did, I would not get here. I feel like I just barely got here to where I am right now.
I think I would not be impressed.
You wouldn't be impressed?
No, I think...
What did you want to be?
I
An
wanted to
astronaut?
be bigger and better than I am now. No, I
Sunset
wanted
Boulevard?
to be... You know what? You know what's really sad? And this is such a young mentality thing. Like, I wanted to be famous. Like, I didn't even... I wanted to be an actor, obviously, but I just wanted to be famous.
This
which
is-
is so fucked
wrong.
up.
That's what
It's
this
so
generation's
wrong.
doing right now.
Yeah,
And
they're
that
trying-
I want to be the best actor, or I want to be the best
They just wanna
presenter,
be
or
No,
whatever
they
it
just
is.
want to
Yeah.
be famous.
I don't
Although,
care how
to
it
be in my own defense, back then fame was a little bit different. Like it wasn't like reality stars, and there was like Kim Kardashian.
You talking
was,
about back in the early 2000s?
early 2000s? Shut up. Yeah, back in the early 2000s.
Things were so different back there in 2001.
I wanted to be a famous actor.
Yeah.
Now I just want to be an actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just want to work and
Yeah, 'cause,
have
I mean,
money
you don't
to-
understand-
to
yeah.
not starve.
Fame's
Right.
been so distorted though, because back then when it was those actors, it was like unattainable.
Yeah.
There's
Back then in the early aughts.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and you ought to know.
Ah.
But now it's so attainable because everyone
Anyone
and
can be
anyone,
famous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know that if someone
It's
actually
not much about talent these days anymore.
if
It's
someone
kind
asked
of-
me for advice, going, you know, what would you give? What advice would you give to someone like me? Usually it was determination, persistence, you know, motivation, all those sorts of things, and a lot of luck. Now it's don't make it so obvious that you want fame,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that is one of the traits that is the most off-putting.
Right, and it's gross.
Yeah,
It's-
and that's the
it's
thing.
really gross.
And it's like, you know what, you could do this, but it's so obvious you just want fame out of this, and
Yeah.
you're fame.
But also,
Poor.
why? Like, what is it? Like, why? Fame is nothing.
What is it, recognition?
I mean,
It's
I
so
feel like-
fleeting
but-
now.
But it's
It's not
easy to
even
say because I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do with fame.
Yeah.
To help people and to kind of like better everyone's lives and change the world a little bit.
I don't think you seek
But-
fame
but,
for that,
But
though.
you're right. People's idea of fame is so heavily distorted now that they don't really realize that it's not really what it's all cracked up to be.
Right. Like, when I meet younger people that I ask them what they want to do, and they say they want to be YouTubers or they want to be on YouTube, I'm like, okay, but what do you want to do? And they're like, no, I want to be a YouTuber.
We're currently on YouTube. That's what our job is. That's what we're doing.
I know, but like, we all had things that we wanted to do on YouTube. Like, for instance, you want to be a host or an actor. But people are just like, I just want to be on YouTube and I want to get thousands and thousands
I mean, but
of
that's just
views.
kind of like the concept of youth and not fully understanding these concepts of like what that is. Just like what you wanted
That's
to be
what I'm
famous.
saying. That's what-
like
no,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah. It's just that they'll come to learn that there's more.
try
there's-
to be something, and if
Right.
if there's a platform on
Try and be
YouTube
good
for
at
it,
something.
Right.
exactly. Try to do something that's going to lead to something, and if YouTube is the platform in which to get there,
Mm-hmm.
great.
Or if
is
you're
what I'm
super
saying.
beautiful, just take some Instagram photos of your butt and you'll get super famous.
There you
Guys,
go.
thank you so much for watching Table Talk today. It was such a treat speaking with you ladies and having such a good time with you guys and talking about very jovial, meaningful things. So thank you guys for joining us as well, and use that hashtag Table Talk on the Twitter if you want to join in on the game and do a little topic submissions. And also you can go to reddit.com/r/sourcefed.
There you go.
/ to also post your topics in the appropriate thread. Is there? I think there's like a sticky thread.
You
that
could be
has, like,
famous on our Reddit.
Sure.
So if you ever want to be famous, just go there.
Or
There's-
you could
be
be-
famous there.
Famous cookies. Famous
Cookies.
cookies. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Brie Estrig.
My name's Maud Garrett.
And also thanks to domain.com for being great folks and helping us make this possible.
You're pretty great.
Laura, I know you're working, but we're making a film about retarded wizards in the forest. We were wondering, is there any way you could give us some money for it?
I have no money!
This is bullshit! That retarded amateur idiot!
Fuck.